Blow with me. I know these niggas wanna blow with me. I ain't playing, nigga. I'm a spraying, nigga. I ain't playing, nigga. I'm a spraying, nigga. What's up? What's up, nigga? What is up? What is up? What is really up? Yeah, man. Well, in a few hours, I'm going to be headed out to Medellin, and I was in Tijuana. Was it last week? So yeah, man. So now I'm finna do this. What's called Medellin versus Tijuana. The pros and cons of each spot, and you know what I'm saying? Because I love these fucking spots. Tijuana has its place. Medellin has its place. You know what I'm saying? For me, Tijuana, the advantages of Tijuana for me as a Cali resident, a California resident, is that it's like 2 hours away from me. So I can actually be out of the matrix without an airline. I don't even have to. I don't even need to. I don't even need an airline. I can just drive. I can take a bus. I can do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's one of the major differences. Shit, man, niggas be like with Medellin. Okay, now let me break down everything. Okay, when it comes to food, obviously Mexican food is beating Colombian food. So we got to give Mexico the up on the food when it comes to food, right? Tacos, burritos, the whole nine, right? They got some good ass food in Mexico. But well, this is Tijuana. Tijuana versus Medellin. So the food in Tijuana is better. What else? What else is better in Tijuana? So these are the positive talking points with Tijuana. So they got the food. For me as a California resident, they got the closeness. So that's 2 points. What else? What else would I give Tijuana? The food. Well, that's all I could say. They only got them on the food and the closeness. But Medellin, man, Medellin, they got the beauties, man. They got the beauty. Medellin is beating Tijuana when it comes to beauties. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this one thing. HK, Hong Kong, it's time to give Medellin a little run for its money, man. Because I've been seeing some like really gorgeous women up in Hong Kong. That's like the number one strip club in Tijuana. You see a lot of gorgeous women up in there. I was like, fuck. But the thing is, the prices is crazy because they're all speed daters, and the prices is. I don't want to talk about prices on here, but y'all know if y'all in these groups, y'all know Tijuana will kill your pocket, bro. Like, okay, for me, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it one tile wild with y'all. If you're coming from like out of like California, let's say you're coming from the East Coast or even the Midwest, and if I would say no, if I was living in the Midwest and I'm taking a flight to go to San Diego to go to Tijuana, as opposed to doing the same thing to go to like Colombia or DR, or you're gonna be a little because the price. What's gonna kill you? What's gonna kill it? Unless you don't give a fuck about it. Everybody different, but if you like if you like everything cheap, if you like your entertainment cheap, I would say you'll be disappointed with Tijuana. I mean, there are cheap options for entertainment when it comes to speed dating, but you know, obviously it's going to be on the street. It's hit and miss, but you could find some stuff. But even though you the street, what's a big disadvantage now with is the rate of exchange of Mexico. Right now, the rate of exchange is like what a dollar is 16.50, 16 peso, 16.50 peso. So it's like the rate of exchange is really shitty. It's really shitty right now. It's not a good time. And the dollar keeps dropping more and more. But the rate of exchange is still pretty decent in Colombia. But for Mexico, yeah, man, it's like it don't even make sense to me. Like when I go lately, when I've been going TJ, I haven't been changing any money because shit, yeah, it don't even make sense. You're getting, especially if you're dealing with speed daters from the street, you will end up paying more. So like, what I would say is like, in the street you want to use pesos. You know what I'm saying? And in the clubs you want to use dollars because if you use pesos in the club, you're gonna end up paying more. So it's best to use dollars in the club, pesos in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Streets, websites, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But when it comes to like Punani, when it comes to the Chocha, Mexico ain't fucking with Colombia like that. There's just too many options. Well, let's go to Medellin. Since I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Medellin, when it comes to Medellin, when it comes to speed dating or even entertainment, the options are so many, man. Way many more options than I think than in Tijuana. You know, I ain't gonna put too much information there because um, we see the power of when you put shit out there and the wrong people have it. But I'm gonna just say, when it comes to speed dating, Medellin ain't nothing topping Medellin except probably, probably Thailand. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Jim. The top three dogs when it comes to like speed dating entertainment, I'm thinking is Thailand, Colombia, and Brazil. Dog. Mexico is cool, but it's like it's far between. They only have one real spot where you can really speed it. I mean, but if you want to do regular dating, I guess it's an option. But we don't really focusing on Mexico like that, though. All right, let's talk about okay Tijuana versus Medellin when it comes to regular chicks. Well, because okay, well, like I said, Tijuana is so close to the border, right? So it's like you leave the matrix, but you didn't kind of leave the matrix. It's like half matrix, half, because it's so close to the border, So uh, it's so close to the border that things are more expensive in Tijuana. You know, I think Tijuana Medellin is not a fair comparison because Medellin is going to beat Tijuana overall when it comes to pricings on all aspects. But I would say though, with food and shit, yeah, Tijuana is beating Colombia, Medellin without. I'm not gonna lie, some of the best food in Medellin is not even typical Colombian food. It's other people's food, like fried chicken and shit like that, pastas. Like, there's a lot of good places that have good food in Medellin. But if you're like, I think my favorite, like all out, like Colombian food in Medellin, I think Mondongo's. It's a place that's primarily like soups and shit like that. But that place, man, they got some really awesome soups up in there. When it comes to like Colombian food, you know what I'm saying? Traditionally, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Colombian food because a lot of their, I've tried it. I gave it a shot. You know what I'm saying? The arepas, everything with them is arepas. Um, I tried, there was this one spot that I went to in a stadio that was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I guess you really have to dig in deep. But like if you're in the tourist areas and you're looking for traditional Colombian food, you probably might be disappointed. Yeah, and most Americans that's in there, they're not even really fucking with traditional food like that. The empanadas, empanadas is good. They got some good empanadas in Medellin. They got some good empanadas. Medellin got that frisbees though. Oh yeah, that frisbees is fire. Yeah, man, frisbees. You can only find that in Colombia, man. But that shit is fire, man. That shit is some good ass chicken. I'm gonna fuck with that shit tomorrow. I'm in Medellin tomorrow. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get me some frisbees, man. Frisbees are some good. That shit is fire. So like, okay, so we like I said, Medellin, Tijuana. Tijuana is definitely beating Colombia when it comes to the food. I'm gonna give them that hands down. Hands down, the food is fire. The tacos, them fucking burritos, and fucking quesadillas. You can't really fuck with Mexico when it comes to food. Mexico wins that hands down. Um, when it comes to chicas, obviously Colombia got that. Like obviously by default, everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Colombia, the chicas are so hot in Colombia, they even export. They're going all over the place. You got Colombian chicks. They going to Panama. They all over in Mexico. Yeah. So Colombia beat them hands on the chicas. But like I said, man, that one club, there's one club in Tijuana. It's like the biggest club in Mexico, the famous Hong Kong. And they got some of the most beautiful girls out of Mexico. They go there, search high and low. And I've seen some beautiful chicks in there. I couldn't believe. At some point, I was even thinking, hey, I was asking a couple of chicks, like, hey, where are you from? They're on the areas. Oh, Mexico City, Guadalajara. This, I'm like, oh, you ain't from like South America, Venezuela, or Colombia, or anything like that? That one, Hong Kong, they don't have none of them type of people. Straight Mexican, but they do have the finest. Yeah, that's they search high and low. Every country have baddies though. So that one spot you're gonna find the baddest chicks in Mexico. That's why I say they're giving. And there was one night when I was in Medellin in was it February when I stayed? Oh yeah, it was February. That's when I stayed in the stadio, and I went to Fase Dos. Fase Dos. Now keep in mind, Fase Dos was my all-time favorite club in Medellin. My all-time favorite strip club in Medellin. I went there in February, right? But the thing is, I did go there kind of late. Went there like about 12:31, and I was highly, 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 highly disappointed. But I think I know why. And it was a Saturday night. But you know why it was? Because all the hot chicks, I realized all the hot chicks was gone. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers snatched them up and took them out the market. So when I got there, it was nothing but leftovers. So I was like, man, Hong Kong and Tijuana, they have way better than what I'm seeing in front of me right now. Like, what the fuck is this? But what it was is that I went late and all the bad, so I didn't get to see the bad bitches. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna go back over there to make sure that I'm not tripping. I'm like, because I even started saying, wow, Hong Kong is better than Fase Dos. Dog, in the past, Fase Dos was fire, bro. They had some of the baddest joints. You know what I'm saying? They had some of the baddest joints up in there. But yeah, man, we'll see how that shit turn out. But I know they ain't fucking with La Isla. La Isla got some of the baddest joints. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they might be close. Like I said, man, lately, Hong Kong has been hot. But I gotta go see what that is. I gotta compare. I gotta compare and see. But so yeah, man, Medellin versus Tijuana, man. Who the fuck y'all niggas got? Who the fuck y'all niggas got? Man, oh man, let me see what the fuck is this. I got so many what's this? Oh, that's Thailand. That's when I was in Thailand. But shit, my nigga. Yeah. Hit your boy up, man. Ken side. Let me see, man. Let me see. Let me see. This is just a quick little stream. I'm gonna keep this short. I ain't gonna do too much. So in the comments, what do you think? It's gonna be like it's kind of hard to just say which one is better because it's like a subjective type of thing. It's some people like Mexico more than Colombia or something. You know. So this is kind of objective, but no objective, subjective. What am I saying? Oh man, yeah, but fuck it, man. We'll do a part two of this, man. I got more points that I want to bring forth. And if you like this little content, I'm not going to stay too long on this, though. I'm not going to stay too long. Well, actually, something I wanted to say about Tijuana. Lately, man, I've been coming across some nice stuff in Tijuana. But yeah, you gotta compare them. Trust me, I'm in both places all the time, man. I give Medellin that, but it's something of subjective. My vote is Medellin, but your vote might be by Tijuana. You might be a Tijuana head, so it's all good. We'll come back. I kind of made the stream late because there's no interaction in this motherfucker, but we'll do a part two of this shit. All right, Kenny Ken Adventures, baby.